Hey, I'm Donnie Wahlberg, and you're watching Delmarva Life.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Great to hear from him.
Well, you don't have to wait long. You know, the hit CBS drama Blue Bloods has now been on the air for 4 seasons.
And if you're a fan, you know it revolves around a family of New York City cops starring some pretty big names. Tom Selleck, Donnie Wahlberg, Bridget Moynahan.
Well, our own Brian Spires got to sit down with nearly all of the actors on the set in Brooklyn to find out one of the biggest reasons people are drawn to the show.
Every TV drama has its own set of characters and plot lines. Blue Bloods is no different.
People are going to want to know why you're dining with the most notorious mob lawyer in New York.
Because I was hungry.
First, you have Tom Selleck, who plays New York City Police Commissioner Frank Reagan. And of course, he's a family man.
What's interesting to me about my role, you know, Frank's a patriarch. An awful lot of dads on TV are idiots, like Homer Simpson.
Tom has 2 sons on the show. There's Danny Reagan, played by Donnie Wahlberg.
Working a homicide, this big shot Wall Street guy got himself whacked.
I took this job because I had faith that my character would be very free, and I could be free as an actor to really explore different things.
Then there's actor Will Estes.
We got company. I played Jamie Reagan, the youngest brother in the family, who at the start of the show graduates with a law degree and then decides to go back and join the police force, following his father and his older brother's footsteps.
Bridget Moynahan plays Tom's daughter, Erin.
If I put her on the stand, Reed's attorney is going to eat her for lunch.
I am an assistant district attorney, single mom, and pretty much one of the characters that is a little bit more grounded in the sense of right and wrong.
Some of the other females in the cast include Bridget's daughter, Nikki, played by Sammy Gale.
She is a charismatic, very opinionated girl. She has her own set of beliefs and is not afraid to voice them freely.
Amy Carlson plays Donnie Wahlberg's wife, Linda.
And I'm also kind of the eyes of, not really an outsider, but in a way, my perspective is that of an un-Reagan. Do you know what I mean? I'm really the only non-flesh and blood Reagan that sits at the family dinners.
Finally, you have Len Cariou, who plays Tom Selleck's father on the show, which is ironic since he's only 5 years older than Tom in real life.
The uber patriarch of the family, the former police commissioner.
Blue Bloods is taped in New York City, primarily in Brooklyn, which is the backdrop for many of the scenes you see on TV. The actors say they work Monday through Friday up to 14 hours a day, and during that time have to bring to life characters that aren't necessarily real.
It doesn't feel fake to us because it's our home here. So we spend a lot of time here. We spend more time here than we do at home.
Well, I think for us, we are really an actual family offset as much as we are on set when we're playing our characters.
While many of the actors are local, Tom has the longest commute. He travels back and forth between New York and his home in Los Angeles.
The first day when I come back after a couple weeks in LA, it can't take you too long to get into Frank Reagan because the stuff you shoot the first day counts as much as the stuff you shoot a week later.
The people tune into Blue Bloods every week to watch their favorite character or see how a scene is going to play out. But one of the big draws is when the entire family sits down to their weekly dinner together.
So how's everyone's week been? Blue Bloods family dinner appeals to people because it sort of reintroduces an American tradition that has kind of been lost.
Would someone mind telling us what's going on? Why is everyone so quiet?
A lot of people have gotten away from family dinner. They may have had it and don't have it anymore. They may still have it, which it's kind of reaffirming when they see it. A lot of people never had it and wish they did.
I knew like cell phones, landlines are gone, and big square boxy TVs are gone, and a lot of typical things that we grew up with are all gone. But it's really frightening to think that, in today's society, like families having dinner together is gone too.
The cast tells us those dinner scenes may last only a few minutes in the show, but can take up to 6 hours to shoot. And all the food you see on the table, yes, they're actually eating it for the whole time.
There's tricks, you know. I mean, if you talk a lot, you don't have to eat as much. You can throw a drink in there, and then that cuts out a few bites per take. It all adds up.
And while they're big stars to us, off camera, they find relaxation in ordinary things.
Well, I haven't tell you a secret that this is probably my vacation time because I have 2 little kids. So I never stop moving. I actually sit still the longest when I'm shooting family dinner.
I have a ranch. It's a working ranch. I'm lucky to have it. I mean, I dearly love it. It is very different. When we do an acting scene, you know, the director's going to say something like, well, could you do it again? Probably because you weren't very good. When I'm at home on my ranch, if I dig a hole and plant a tree, I mean, it's very real. If I build a chair in my workshop, it's something you can sit on.
I work and I sleep and I eat. So I guess for me, unwinding would be stopping in a great restaurant. Sounds boring, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm producing a cop show in Boston, and you know, doing music still, and producing another show with my brother Mark now for A&E, and I mean, there's just so much stuff going on that it's really hard to find time.
You can watch Blue Bloods tonight at 10 right here on WBOC. And tonight's episode, by the way, centered around Thanksgiving and a big family reunion for one of the characters.
That's going to be a good one right there.
Well, from the small screen to the stage a little later, teenage singing sensation Kelsey Abbott takes the Delmarva Life stage.
But next, most of us roast our turkeys. Have you ever thought about deep frying it? How about inside the house? We're going to show you how. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.